So how important is money? So I think we'll start off. Rachel, you'll go ahead and start us off with the conversation. How important is money?
All right. So the first question I want to ask tonight. So, based on how you spend your money, so whatever it is that you spend your money on during the week, based on how you spend your money, how would someone judge you based on how you spend your money? What impression would someone get as far as what would they say is important to you or matters most to you based on how you spend your money?
You know what? This is such a good question because last week I know I spent my a lot of my money on like skincare because in high school like I struggled a lot with acne, so ever since then like I've been really big on just trying to find the best skincare for me, and I finally just trying new things. I found like good products to use. Um and so last week I did a pickup order to get a moisturizer that I was running out of. After you wash your face, you moisturize your skin. So I was getting a moisturizer. When I was there, I had on my mind this perfume that I was interested in, but I was like, no, I really don't need to get it. It was like a body mist, and they also had a perfume. But I was telling myself, no, I don't need to get it. I just got a perfume last month. I actually got two perfumes last month. For some reason, I have this thing where every time I find a perfume that I really like the smell of, I'm like, I gotta have it. I have to buy it. I go there to pick up my item, and the next thing I know, I'm over here smelling the body mist perfumes. And then I end up buying it. And
Wow.
it was not a part of my plan. And I'm like, what am I doing? Why
Mm.
am I just so caught up in when I see it, I'm like, oh, I have to get it. I have to buy it. When I already have three or four that are barely used at home.
Yeah.
So I know for me, like, I just don't know why I'm like that or why I keep doing that, but I know I realize that's something that I want to work on because I have enough perfumes and body mist. I don't need to keep having a bunch. I don't know if you ever seen videos of like women that have a bunch of Bath and Body Works, like a whole collection of
Yeah.
trays of Bath and Body Works. It's like you just want more and more and more. It's like no, I need to set a limit for myself. Also, I've seen that with people having Bath and Body Works candles. If you ever smelled their candles, they smell really good, by the way. But it's like people can have hundreds. It's just that you want them all.
So it
I don't,
sounds like you
and
just
I
spend
noticed,
your money on different things
yeah, that you just
that
don't
you
need.
don't really need, but
Yeah.
you buy it anyway.
Yeah.
So that kind of so the question was, how would people, what would they think about you, or how, what would they say about you based off the things that you spend your money on? So if someone's looking at your receipts of everything that you purchased,
hmm
what would they say about you? What would they say about
So
Sabrina
kind of
or
like
about,
what I was mentioning earlier, it would be skincare. They would say she's just really
so
into
they would just
skincare.
say, so then they would probably say she's really into her appearance. She
hmm
spends a lot of her money on her appearance.
hmm
Okay. How about you, Rachel?
Sorry about the technical difficulties. I logged out earlier, but I can hear everyone just fine now. So I think I got the gist of what you said, Sabrina. So
Okay.
on me, that's a really good question. So I guess if people were to look at my receipts, they would say I'm very much into food. I love food. Also definitely skincare, body care. Yeah, like beauty related stuff,
Beauty.
beauty related. So I guess a mix of appearance and food. Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to emphasize what Sabrina said. She made a really good point. Over consumerism is a huge problem in our society, especially for Generation Z and millennials. I think because we pretty much run social media. Most people you come across on social media are people between the ages of like maybe 18 to like 35. So like a lot of Gen Z and millennials. And we push this idea that, if you make this amount of money and you buy all these things, then like you're just balling or you really have it like that or like you're better than the next person when that's not true at all. first of all, we don't know what people are doing to get all this money. And also, it's like, I feel like we prioritize the wrong things because, people, first of all, on social media, people are going to only post the good, right? They're going to post the high.
Right.
So they're going to post when they're on that luxury vacation, or they're going to post when they're, buying the next designer bag. But they're not going to post, when the money's not coming in and they're struggling.
Mm.
They're not going to post them maybe not making as much as they'd want to, or them, going through whatever mental health crisis. So we definitely prioritize the wrong things when it comes to money, and we push this wrong idea of money, this very materialistic, very hustle culture coded version of money. And it's jarring, and it sometimes can make you feel like, man, like my life is boring. I'm not traveling to all
Yeah.
these, you know exotic countries. I don't have all these designer bags. I don't have the latest perfume. And it's like all of that stuff, it's all temporary. We can't take
Mm.
any stuff with us, when we die or when we get to heaven, for those of us who are believers. So yeah, we just prioritize the wrong things.
Elder Garrett, anything you want to add to that? Anything? What if someone was to look at you and if they were to look at your spending, I should say, what would they? What assumptions would they make about you?
Oof. I'm very conscientious with my funding. Um,
Good.
kind of cheap, and
Hmm.
yeah, because for financial reasons, being the primary um, the primary person that's paying the bills in my household, I have to be very frugal with not frugal. I have to be very conscientious what I do with my funds. You know, I remember, and I have times. There have been times when I had like $2 in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I have more money uh, to spend. Yet I had spent in the past. I had spent with reckless abandon 24 pairs of sneakers, lots of suits, and lots of shoes, and all that. And the truth is that doesn't mean anything. And just most recently, we know that there's a family inside our church that's in need of clothing. I went, Rachel picked up clothing that we're going to bring to church tomorrow. I have suits and clothing that I had picked out from my closet that I'm going to bring to church tomorrow. So right now, if you look at my receipts right now, you're not going to see a lot of spending because I'm saving.
And say you're a responsible
I'm more
provider.
responsible. But in the past, woo, I spend, 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 spend.
Yeah.
So
So I hear you.
I'm learning to be more conscientious what I do with my resources.
Yeah. So, and just for me, I know if someone was to look at my spending, I probably spend a lot of money on technology. Not so much not like the person that has to have the latest phone. I'm not that type of person. I don't need the latest phone, but I like to keep up with software and um what are some of the new tools that are out there. And I like to, so subscriptions, let's put it that way, subscriptions, right? Subscription to ChatGPT, subscription to Claude, subscription to Google Gemini, subscription to just about everything. I know I'm not the only one right now, but there are probably so many subscriptions, Hicksville. I could just keep going with all the different AI tools out there now that it's just crazy. And all of them are with a subscription. I mean, you can't
uh,
do much with the free, so you have to get a subscription. So, but I use those tools also to spread the gospel. But that's, you know, neither here nor there. But spending money's fun. Spending money is fun. I'm not going to say that it's not. And yes, I feel like it'd be great to be able to spend whatever you wanted to spend, right? Because that's the fleshly side. That's like, oh, I would love to be able to go here and go on a vacation and do this and that. Oh, I'd really love to be able to have enough money where I'm not working. I don't want to have to work and I don't want to have to worry about money, right? That's like everybody's probably, for the most of us listening, that's our ideal thing, right? We don't want to have, we work for money. Okay. So we know we work for money. And the reason why a lot of us work is because we want to be able to buy the things that we want or go where we want to go. I don't know too many people that are working to help someone else. And when I say help someone else, I don't mean, oh, I'll buy a person a pair of shoes because they need shoes on their feet. I mean someone who's really dedicated to other people, in their service to other people outweighs their wants. And that those are rare people, and not a lot of people are would take the shoes off their feet and give it to someone else and walk barefoot.